everybody's having a blessed and happy Sunday. This is the day that we usually make a dessert once a week in the Charpentry house. My husband and I's cheat day. We're on a weight loss journey together. As of Friday, we're at 85 pounds. We both lost together. And people are probably saying, well, Tina, you're making a pie. Yes, but this is the only one day a week that we have dessert. We're killing it at the gym. We're getting healthy. We're reading our labels. And we're doing it as a family. So I was trying to think of a dessert to make on Sunday, because every Sunday we make a different one, especially now that it's almost football season. Go Tigers. That we can make, slice in individual servings, and put in the freezer. So if we're too busy on Saturday and Sunday, we can just pull it out, let it defrost for about an hour. Boom, we have a dessert. So one of my coworkers suggested we make pecan pie. And today we're going to be making my great-grandmother Kate's pecan pie. She was just a beautiful person, inside and out, an amazing cook. She used steamed syrup. That was her secret ingredient for her pecan pie, and they were absolutely amazing. She also used this to make popcorn balls during Halloween. If anybody's ever had them, they know it's absolutely phenomenal. So that was her secret ingredient, was steamed syrup for our popcorn balls. We will make that when it gets closer to Halloween. So today we're going to make my great-grandmother Kate's pecan pie. The first thing you need to do is you need to prepare your dough. I would make one already before this. I am not one of those people, unfortunately. I can't just go to the store and buy a pie due to the fact that I cannot have the gluten that's in the pie. A lot of you probably already know I am allergic to gluten. Not just not wanting to have it, but I'm actually allergic to gluten. So I use my gluten-free flour, and I made my pie dough previously, and it's all prepared, ready to go. So the first thing we're going to do is you're gonna put it on medium. And I know it's not Thanksgiving, and most people only eat pecan pie for Thanksgiving, but we love pecan pie here in Louisiana. It's just one of those things that we could eat all the time. One of the parishioners at work did give me some pecans a couple of months ago, and I promised him I would use it and then give him a piece also. So the first thing you do is you're gonna melt 1/4 of a cup of butter or margarine. It doesn't matter, whatever you have is fine. One of the wonderful things about our Cajun heritage is that you basically just use what you have. There's a lot of things you can substitute to make this a really good pie. Yes, it is very time consuming. Yes, it takes a while, but it is very much worth it in the end. We love it as a family. Like I say, we make it. Once it completely cools, we eat it, and the leftovers, we do slice it up, put individual servings in saran wrap, and we do put it in our freezer. So we have completely melted all of the butter. Now we're going to put 1 tablespoon of flour, and we're going to put 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. Doesn't matter what name brand, whatever you have is fine. Walmart, non-GMO, whatever you want to use, you can use. So you're just going to keep stirring it. We'll put it on medium low, it's a little too hot for my liking. And we're just going to stir it. It's almost kind of like making a slight paste, and we're going to mix it together. My husband and I actually we love making this for football season. We're some huge football fans, if you can't tell. All right, now that it's come to all mixed together, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put 1½ cups of steamed syrup. I know there's a lot of recipes out there for cornstarch, but I like to use steamed syrup. This is what I grew up using. My great-grandmother, that's what she used. And I just think it's absolutely wonderful. And I adored her. Next thing we're gonna do is, the recipe does call for a half a cup of sugar. I don't use that much. I find it's a little too sweet. So I put actually less than a quarter of a cup of sugar. And we're gonna put it on medium. And we're just gonna start it. Let it come to a boil, and you're gonna cook it for 3 minutes. You're gonna continuously stir the mixture. Like I said, we do this. You can freeze this after. You can cut it into portions. My husband and I like to eat for football season. On Saturdays, we watch the Raging Cajuns. We watch LSU. My favorite is Notre Dame. Sundays, we do watch the Saints. We are big Saints fans. I think it's one of the reasons why my husband married me, because I love football so much. When we started dating, he called me to go on a second date. It was a Saturday, and he's like, hey, you want to go out? I said, no, I'm busy. And he's like, you busy? I said, yeah, I basically have plans all day. He said, how can you have plans all day? I said, well, it's Saturday, and it's football season. I said, I'm watching college game day right now, and I'm going to be watching football all day long today. Except for church, and I'll be watching it all day tomorrow. I love football. And he's like, what? And I was like, yeah. He says, you don't want to go on a date because you want to watch College Game Day? I said, absolutely. I said, I love watching College Game Day on ESPN. It's one of my favorite things to do. So he kind of looked at me, and he's like, you want to marry me now or later? I was like, what? He's like, yeah. The girl that likes to watch football? He goes, you want to marry me now or later? And we were only dating like a month. I said, are you crazy? He goes, no. I said, whoa, slow down a little bit. I said, but if you want, I'll go there, you come here, and we can watch football together, but I will be watching football all day. I do take a break there to go to 4 o'clock mass. He said, I didn't know what I did to find you, but I'm so glad I did. We're just waiting for this to come to a boil. You do have to stir it consistently. It is have a lot of sugar in it. If you don't, it will stick. On the sides right here, I can see that it's starting to bubble a little bit. I do continuously stir so it does not stick to the pot. And I do use a heat-resistant spatula my husband bought me. Grandmother used to make this sometimes on Sundays. They used to go to church at 10 o'clock and then go to my grandparents after. We all used to go to my grandparents' house every Sunday when I was a little after church. We all used to get together, all my cousins and aunts and uncles. We used to get together at my grandparents' house and all sit together and have lunch and say the rosary and watch TV, and all my cousins used to hang out. I have a very big family, and that was the best time. Those days I definitely missed. We're all kind of separated now due to Hurricane Ida. She took a lot of my family's homes, and now we're all separated. Even with my parents, they had to move away. My parents, my brother, and my sister all lost their home in Idaho. So it's starting to boil. Boil it for about 3 minutes, stirring consistently. I know I make a lot of recipes that my family does. My family did make, my grandmother, my great-grandmothers. It just makes me feel like I'm close to them when I make this. They were so inspirational, and my grandmother, she was just, anybody can tell you, she was just a beautiful person inside and out, and she always smiled, and she never had a bad day. My great-grandmother Kate, and her family and her husband was her life. And it was just, I feel blessed that she was in my life for so long. I think I'm very lucky to have so many people in my life that knew how to cook. I have so many aunts and uncles. My mother's, all her brothers and sisters are amazing cooks. And I'm hoping to be able to show you all those recipes that they've all made. My Aunt Connie's lemon meringue pie, and my Uncle Mikey's chicken wings. Aunt Teresa has an amazing seafood lasagna, her mashed potatoes. My grandmother, on my dad's side, she made a wonderful gumbo, rice pudding. My grandfather, my dad's side, made smothered cabbage for New Year's and black-eyed peas. And I was just, I guess, being on the bayou and we're just so lucky to have such an amazing heritage and so many people in our life that can cook. And I hope they know that they all changed our lives for the better in so many ways. And if anybody got a chance to see it, my Uncle Kirk's too, he had a lasagna. Uncle Rand Kirk, we lost him a few years ago to cancer. My dad and him and myself, we used to sit together on Sundays when I was younger as a teenager and watch Saints games together. Those were some of the best times. Oh man. Those are the times a lot of people had their bags on their heads because the Saints weren't doing too good, but we didn't care. We were big Saints fans and we absolutely love it. Spending time with your family, cooking with your family, making memories, there's nothing better than that. I actually have a daughter who's 15, and she cooks with me on Sundays. Every Sunday we take a dish, and she cooks with me. My son, he's 26. We taught him to cook too. He's an amazing cook. All right. It has been about 3 minutes. You can see it is bubbling. Now, the next thing you do is you just move it away from the stove and you have to let this cool. It takes about 2 to 3 hours. You have to let it completely cool. I know you want to mix it and put it in the oven, but it's too hot because the next thing will be putting 2 eggs in here and the vanilla. If you put the eggs in here when it's still hot, they will just curdle and basically it'll be scrambled eggs in the mixture. And you don't want that because it will not taste right. So have a little bit of patience. It will be worthwhile. Let it cool. Like I said, it usually takes about 2 hours. And then we will add the eggs and the vanilla, the pecans. We'll mix it all together and put it in the oven. All right, now that our mixture for our pecan pie has completely cooled, we're gonna add the remaining ingredients so we can finish it up. First thing we're gonna do is crack 2 eggs. Oh, I forgot a fork. Asked my daughter to get me a fork. We're gonna crack the 2 eggs in a bowl before we put it in the pie. Thank you, my darling. All right, so we have to scramble the eggs before we put them in. You're gonna ask, some people ask me, why are you not just completely putting the egg in the mixture and then mixing it together. My mother always taught me, don't directly put your food in the bowl, the eggs in the bowl or in the pot, just in case for shells. So it's just kind of something my mother taught me. You need to completely put it in a separate bowl and put it in the pot. Okay, so we're gonna mix that up a little bit. You gotta see the pot, it's kind of thick. Gotta stir the eggs in. Hence why this needed to be completely cool, because you did not want the eggs to be scrambled. Now that's almost mixed in. We're gonna put about a teaspoon of vanilla. I did buy me another jar, so this is the rest. We call it a Cajun size measurement of teaspoon, because we kind of put more than that, but we like it. Okay, and the recipe calls for only 1 cup of pecans, but my grandmother, not my great grandmother, when she used to make this recipe, always said put more, because more is more. And it's not going to hurt anybody if you put more pecans. We feel that 1 cup of pecans is not enough. I put double the amount because I like it. My grandmother liked it. My great grandmother thought 1 was enough. Our daughter, my grandmother, she liked 2. I like 2. My mother, I think, like puts a cup in it. Happy medium. All right. So as you can see, this is my pie pan. You're gonna be like, Tina, why do you have aluminum foil on it? Well, the way we did it was we put this in the pan and you cook it for 450 degrees for 10 minutes. And then after 10 minutes, lower the temperature to 350 and cook it for another half hour, 40 minutes. I find if you do that with all the crust around, it gets brown. It don't taste too good. I think it's overcooked. So what I do is the first 10 minutes, it's on the 450 degrees. I put aluminum foil around it so it doesn't get so brown in the cooking process. It's just my preference. That's how I do it. My mother does not do it. She saw me doing it. She doesn't think it's necessary. It's just something that I do. I find it gets the crust is just a little too brown for my taste. And my husband likes when I do it too, so makes it fun happy. Now we're gonna fix all the corns all around so it's evenly distributed. Make a nice, beautiful pie. Hopefully I'm making my great grandmother proud. And my husband, because he's been at work. He's gonna have pulled a 12-hour shift today at work, and he said it would just make his day to come home to this, because he absolutely loves this pie. All right, tighten up my aluminum foil. Yes, it is not pretty aluminum foil. I just have to cut into little tiny strips. Oven just beat. So we're gonna put it in the oven on 450 degrees for 10 minutes. And then after 10 minutes, set the timer for 10 minutes, and after that, we're gonna reduce the temperature to 350 and cook it 30 to 40 minutes. Now, depending on if you're, like I said, it's a big thing. If your oven is not calibrated, or over here, it is very hot, and God, the humidity is downright ridiculous over here in Louisiana right now. I think we hit like 110 for the temperature today. It's really hot outside. So it takes a little more with the humidity. But like I said, it's usually 30 to 40 minutes after the 10 minutes. We're gonna pull it out when it's ready. Be able to show everybody. I hope you enjoy. I hope that this will motivate everyone to try their own pecan pie when it's not Thanksgiving. Sometimes you just need some comfort food. Sometimes it's been a long work week, and you need something like that. Or as in our case, it's our cheat day. You know, we have a little piece, reward ourselves. It's been a long week. Like, I've lost 3 pounds this week. My husband, I think, lost like 2. And it's just our cheat day, and it makes us feel good. We're gonna sit down after supper, have a piece of pecan pie, watch a movie, and just relax for the rest of the day. Because it's God's day, it's our day off. So, allez manger. I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of their weekend, and I can't wait to show you what the pie looks like. All right, everybody, our pecan pie is done. Let's take it out of the oven and see what it looks like. Going by. You can see it. Nice and bubbly. Ready to go. Hold on 1 second. I'm making crawfish. I'm making crawfish. I wish I had crawfish. I'm making chicken maw and a cup of supper. Normal parent, but trying to do 3 things at one time. Fold clothes, cook supper, clean your house, get everything ready to go for the weekday. School starts in 2 weeks. All right, everybody, our beautiful pecan pie from my grandmother. As you can see, absolutely delicious. Today is actually National Ice Cream Day. My daughter, she will be making some homemade vanilla ice cream again because she's an ice cream freak. So, come say hi.
Hi guys.
So she will be making some more vanilla ice cream for her again. We can maybe put a little bit of scoop on the top. So this takes a while to cool. Usually, don't cut it. You need at least 2 hours. If not, you can be burning your palate. It is good, but it's worth the wait. Thank you for joining us. I can't wait to see you next Sunday for our family Sunday supper. I hope you have a blessed week. Be nice, be kind, and don't be the reason somebody has a bad day.
Bye guys.
Bye.